Hey gang, Brian Post here, back at ya, OxytocinCentral.com. The month of March is our No More Dread month. We want to eliminate dread, which we know that underneath that sense of dread is worry, and underneath there is anxiety, and underneath there is stress, and people live their whole lives with anxiety and stress, and we don't want that anymore here at Oxytocin Central. We want to help you feel better, and we know that the way to do that is through oxytocin. I'll give you an example. When I have a lot going on, and there's so much in my mind, and I might go to sleep at say 10 o'clock, but then about 3 o'clock in the morning I wake up and I'm like, eyes wide open, and I can't, all this stuff starts going through my head again, and I'm sitting there and laying there like, what's going on, and then I look at the clock, it's 3:30, I lay there, I close my eyes, I toss, I turn, I roll, look up, it's 3:45, before I know it, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Guess what's happening in my brain? My amygdala is releasing stress hormones in my brain, and those stress hormones are activating my nervous system, and it's getting me excited or agitated, and it's waking me up. It's activating my circadian rhythms. It's getting me going. Guess what's not happening? My oxytocin response isn't kicking in. My anti-stress response isn't kicking in, because basically what's supposed to happen is your amygdala releases your stress hormones, which pass through your pituitary, and when they pass through your pituitary, they're supposed to signal your hypothalamus to release oxytocin, and that counter effect is supposed to create a calming effect. Kirsten Mohlberg, who wrote the Oxytocin Factor, calls that the calming connection system. So it's supposed to happen automatically, and we learn it from the youngest times, but sometimes we don't get that. We don't have that ability. So what helps me to calm down in that state? Sometimes I just get up and I go to work and do whatever it is that I need to be doing, but other times I nudge my wife and I snuggle up to her, and that soothing, that skin-to-skin contact actually turns on my oxytocin response. It helps me calm down. I notice that my 7-year-old does that too. She wakes up, at any point in the night, she wakes up and she's in some state of distress, and it's hard for her to soothe herself or to calm down. The first thing she does is she yells out for Mama. Mama, come snuggle me. And those are her exact words. Come snuggle me, Mama. I love you, Mama. Come snuggle me. And where I might reach over to her, go to her, and try to calm her, I'm not very effective. My wife, seconds. My wife goes and lays down, seconds. Her oxytocin response kicks in, and she's like snoring. But if that's me, she might start just full out crying, and then here we are an hour later with more dread, and we don't want that. So I'm always thankful and blessed that my wife's able to go and help her have that oxytocin response. So anyway, how can you help to lower your own sense of dread? We don't want any dread. How can you help lower your stress? How can you help lower your anxiety? You got to get more oxytocin. So maybe you don't have someone who's there that you feel safe to snuggle up to in the middle of the night, and you might just need to get up. You might need to make a phone call. You might need to call me. You might need to shoot. Now, you're not going to call me. You can, 405-476-1983. Someone's at my door. Come on, hang on. Let's go see who it is. Hello.
Well, hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Would you love to have this for $7.50?
Sure.
Okay.
It's the postal lady. We're just doing some filming. You say credit card? How does that work? Cash?
No, you have cash.
I don't know if I have exact $7.50. Let's see. I bet you we can get it for you.
Okay.
You want to come in? 5. Hang on just a moment. I'm not sure that she can be on the camera.
She's not, but she would be lovely on the camera.
You're so sweet.
Alright, let's see. 750. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 750.
Okay, hold this. I'm a woman, but I can't do everything. And here's your mail.
Okay.
And I'll just put it on this envelope. And I appreciate it
Great.
very much. Y'all
Thank
have
you
a good
very
day.
much. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Zumba's in. We have Zumba, which brings me to a whole nother point. If you didn't notice, that was the mail lady. But we just ordered Zumba, and guess what Zumba's got to do? Zumba's going to help us to exercise, and guess what exercising does? It helps us to increase our oxytocin. Releases endorphins, releases dopamine, gets our oxytocin levels up, it helps us to calm down, all those very good things. So as I was saying, my phone number 405-476-1983, 405-476-1983. You can call me if at 3 in the morning you can't sleep and you don't have anyone to provide you an oxytocin response. Call me and lay it on me now. There's a great likelihood that I'm not going to answer. But you could leave a message, but you can email me also. Sometimes just emailing can help. info@OxytocinCentral.com. Our goal, no more dread. We want to reduce stress. We want to reduce anxiety. We want to be able to feel better. Finally, if you haven't already, go download the Oxytocin Guide. It's got a lot more information about oxytocin that you can get at OxytocinCentral.com. And spread the love. Tweet us, Facebook us, email us, whatever it is you do in all those great social media things. And I will see you next time on OxytocinCentral.com.